20-second clocks, a mini schnauzer with $100,000 to first place. Folks are saying that this is the best gosh darn day of the year, and those folks are right. Let's draft some best ball teams.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, GM, everyone. Welcome to everyone who popped over from Best Ball Breakfast. Make sure that you toss a like on the stream if you would be so kind. Just trying to do my best to make my way and navigate through the best ball streets. Absolutely phenomenal stuff happening over on Underdog Fantasy. Best Ball Mania. 672,000 entrants to this tournament. We also got a 100K to first puppy. We got a 100K to first mini schnauzer. Unbelievable stuff happening with the mini schnauzer. I got to keep it real with you guys. I will probably max that today. That's probably getting maxed today. What else do I have going on? But yeah, guys, we are couldn't possibly be more ecstatic about all of this happening. And the thing I love the most, and I suppose this is me as a content creator, the 20-second clock for these solo drafts, unreal. And this is going to be my very first Best Ball Mania, my very first BBM of the entire hot best ball summer. We are entering it right at 1 p.m. Central Time. Just absolutely beautiful. Yes, Nick, we can take a moment to appreciate it, but at the same time, we have to also, we also have to pour one out for DJ Giddens and some of the other rookies. If somehow you are not over on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Davis to come hop in the lobbies. And also, if you are looking for rankings to draft in this tournament, and dynasty rankings, rookie rankings, all of that stuff, patreon.com/Davis Mattek. The link is pinned in there. $10 a month. It's going to get you everything you need for best ball summer. If you are into that, we are drafting out of the 1.5. So we're probably, depending on how, we're relatively piss boys in this room. So we'll see. But could get Justin Jefferson. First pick of the year, Justin Jefferson would be pretty sick. Number one UFL player in the chat. Shout out to my boy Don over on twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. Frankie, you should be getting a Missouri deposit bonus at some point, if and when sports betting gets legalized here in the great state of Missouri. Come on. Oh man. I did really want to start with Justin Jefferson. Was not to be. Yes. No, I wouldn't consider Josh Jacobs a winner from the draft, but I would definitely consider Breece Hall a winner. There's got to be no way that Breece Hall is not a winner here. Breece Hall could have, they could have taken a running back in round 2. They could have taken a running back in round 3, and they did not. I think Breece Hall is clearly a draft winner. They also didn't trade him, right? That was the other thing. They also did not trade him. They didn't, I feel like maybe like quarterback controversy could have not been great for him as well. They didn't take Dart. They didn't take Shuck. They didn't take any of these guys. I don't even know who is the Jets' backup quarterback still Tyrod Taylor? It is still Tyrod Taylor. So they've got Tyrod, Jordan Travis, and Adrian Martinez, and they signed Brady Cook as an undrafted free agent. It's nothing about hating running backs of his ilk. I don't think Jacobs is definitely not a loser. No way is Josh Jacobs a loser. I wouldn't call him a winner. Like I don't know what would the expectation have been to make Josh Jacobs a winner. Yeah, they did. The Jets took a tackle at 7. True. Travis Hunter's ADP will be in the late 40s. He'll be right about here. 45 to 52, I think, is the range that Travis Hunter is going to live in. We are about to do. Wow. All right, I am going to just happily take A-Chain here. A little bit ahead of, actually a little bit behind of ADP. How did I get him behind? McBride went ahead. Tyreek went ahead. Sure. Why not? A Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin A-Chain, running back start. Nothing like a running back start in your very first Best Ball Mania draft. Yes, 100%. He won by doing nothing. Yeah, Lloyd winner, Jacobs neutral. Maybe ADP value wise, he maybe lost a smidge just because of Chase Brown. I moved Chase Brown ahead of him with like a decent amount of conviction, honestly. I had a decent amount, relative 60-40 conviction there. I will probably mix and match that throughout the course of the summer. Wow. My man with the Jamar Chase. This is a man who's trying to get unique combinations. He's taking Josh Allen at the 2-3 turn. Don't hate it. All right. So sidekick is going to be all wide receiver here. By ADP, I've got JSN. Man, I moved DJ Moore down a lot. That was not a good draft for DJ Moore. DJ Moore, I think, one of the biggest losers of the draft. They drafted a guy who is exactly like him. And oh man, what do we do here? Do I just take Chase Brown? All right, I'm doing it. I'm taking Chase Brown, and then I'm about to absolutely piss. I'm not taking another running back until the 15th round now. But I can't really come up with a good argument. Well, so I'll explain it a little bit more with DJ Moore. Not only is it a projection loss, but I also think it is indicative that the organization not that enthusiastic about his attitude. It sounded like from some of the comments that the coaching staff made, that polls made, that they were definitely thinking about how DJ Moore acted at the end of the year, right? They were thinking about, storming off the field, not finishing your routes. I'll need to, let me see if I can find this. Jacob Sanderson tweets so much, but Jacob was the one who I first saw raise this point, and he was quote tweeting some of the things that the general manager said, but I might not be able to find this. Oh, here we go. I will pull up this tweet from Jacob right here. So Ben Johnson was asked about the challenges of creating an environment to keep all the pass catchers happy and engaged. Listen, we talked about it the moment the players got in the building, call it 3 weeks ago now. It was going to be a competitive environment. There is no depth chart right now. If you want to play, you got to earn it. You want to roll, you got to go earn it. We know that. Straightforward and honest. I think we might have turned up the notch a couple dials for certain people in the building, and I'm probably reading that as DJ Moore. Basically, the context of this quotation is that I don't think the coaching staff seemed to be that in. Well, I mean, twist my arm. I will take Xavier Worthy at pick 44. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to read that. I think it's fine to read that as Rome. I think it's fine to read that as Komet. I would not read it this way, that it would make him a lock to be moved. He's making a lot of money. But I will probably adjust. I mean, look, 40. I think 40 doesn't 40 feel like a pretty reasonable ranking for DJ Moore when they spent the number 10 pick and the number 38 pick. And maybe I need to, well, yeah, Ben Johnson did coach Jameson Williams and then didn't give him the ball very much. You know, we kind of remember the Jameson Williams spikes, but Jameson Williams has never occupied a high volume role. How many targets do you think Jameson Williams got last year? How many I mean, DJ Moore now doesn't even make that much money relative to what wide receivers get paid now. I don't think DJ Moore makes that much money. All right, I took Worthy. Yeah, dude, I'm taking Travis Hunter. I have Travis Hunter ranked here. I'm taking Travis Hunter. This is, like I said, this is gonna be a combination slappy team and running back team. Yes, yeah. JMO topped out at 91 targets. So I think there is some reason. I think there is some reason to believe that Ben Johnson does not love the attitude stuff. I'll think about it. I'm thinking about it. Okay, Crutches has a question about embracing debate. Why is the field confident in Corum being above Jarquez Hunter? Well, frankly, they probably shouldn't be. I moved Corum down to 199, and I have Hunter at 173. So I'm with you. Might need to adjust the rankings down a little bit. 173 might be like a smidgen. That might need to be that is maybe a smidgen aggressive on Jarquez Hunter, but maybe it isn't. But I think if you look at Hunter versus Corum, the funny thing is, and I actually I just did a video. I just did a video on this. If you want to go look at the other videos on this channel, I just did a video about the day 3 rookie running backs. You know who the number 3 comp on the RotoViz box score scout is for Hunter? It's Blake Corum. They're just very similar. There's very similar guys. Yeah. The last time a second round running back was replaced by a year. I mean, there are many examples of this. I feel quite confident that there are many examples of that. I moved Guerrero down in the rankings. I'm going to take Juwan Jennings here, a chaperone for Travis Hunter. So we are at Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin Achane, Chase Brown, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter, and Juwan Jennings. Now wide receiver gets a little thin. Now we are going to be running into a little bit of trouble here. McVay, it's true. McVay doesn't love playing running backs when they're rookies, but I've ran this stat head filter before. The amount of rookie running backs who are taken in the 3rd round and then don't contribute and then get replaced is actually way higher than you would think. There are a lot of examples. Yes, this is the slappy RB. This is the running back heavy slappy build. Yeah, I agree. I think there are better picks than Corum at 160 right now. It'll be interesting to see if I am able to recover this wide receiver room. Probably not on Zach Evans. No, I would not say that on Zach Evans. I mean, is Zach Evans even in the NFL anymore? All right. Well, one guy's ahead of me, and I have 2 wide receivers at the top of my queue. I would actually rather take Pearsall than Golden here. Well, no, not going to have a chance, though. So we do have 2 rookie wide receivers. So this might be a 9 wide receiver team. Where do I have Harvey ranked now? I have RJ Harvey ranked at 71. Actually, but if you go look in the sheet, if you are a Patreon subscriber, I actually just moved him up even higher. In the like live rankings, I moved him up to pick 63. So I'm not going to stream all 150, but I'm going to broadcast all 150. So some of them are going to be done as videos. So instead of streaming all of them, some of them are going to be done as videos. People are asking this. How does Hunter Renfrow impact Adam Thielen? Isaac Urendo and Jordan James are 50-50 to get the running back 2 job. You think it's 50-50? I would make Urendo a small favorite, but I would be playing that with relatively low confidence. I think you definitely want exposure to both of them, because this is like, is this the most valuable the 49ers RB2 has ever been? I mean, you could make an argument that you've never wanted the 49ers running back 2 more than this year. I wonder what... Dang. All right, I got saved from taking Cooper Kupp again. It's true. The 49ers have famously never wasted draft picks on a running back. I mean, obviously I side Urendo, but man, you are gonna want some Jordan James too. You definitely are. All right, I am taking Justin Fields here because these wide receivers like basically don't exist. I just took Jennings. If I would have taken Pearsall, I would have taken Purdy there, but I think Fields at 92 is a clear win. I don't think I have Coker ranked now, Lostoic. I don't think no, I've got him ranked at 228. So 228 for Jalen Coker after my first run. Did the 49ers sign Corey Kiner? Is that the case? 49ers depth chart. So right now the 49ers running back depth chart is CMC, Urendo, James, Patrick Taylor Jr., Izzy Abanikanda, and Corey Kiner. Look, man, I am open to learning Corey Kiner. Kiner was pretty good at Cincinnati. I'm fairly open. I did catch this one. Raheem Sanders. I did catch this one. Well, Kyler Brent is a better NFL quarterback. I wouldn't say. Well, Fields is the better fantasy quarterback for sure. What round do you need 2 quarterbacks by? It's different, If you take Mahomes, you probably don't need one for, you don't need one until quarterback 900. I hope so. I hope that I will have many non-worthy, non-Jennings teams. God, so this is a shitty spot of the draft. I knew I wasn't going to get Hawkinson by crutches. I think Brooks is like a guy you can take. I wouldn't be jamming the button on Brooks. All right. There's like no wide receiver for me to take. Wide receiver is dead. Ooh. All right. I kind of put myself in a tricky spot here. So I'm going to take Jonnu. I could have taken Purdy there, but I will have Lawrence live and I'll have Love live. And as the chat has pointed out, I've got about a billion Purdy Jennings teams already. How do you feel about Burden now? I keep drafting him at or below current ADP. Am I catching a knife? Well, it kind of depends. How do you feel about more? I kind of moved all of them down. Right? So I moved Burden down to 96. I moved Moore down to 38. I moved Rome down to 56. I don't even think I ranked Komet. Komet 204. I moved Loveland down to 136. So I think you just, like, the presence of the others impacts all of them to a pretty big degree. Yeah. Tootin. Tootin is going to be the value. Tootin is the one that I've got ranked the highest by a good bit. I've got Tootin at 112, got Bigsby at 162, and I've got ETN at 129. And that reflects how I intend on drafting him. Ecoxer says 136 is a little low on Loveland. I mean, he just has, he's got a lot of obstacles to reach. A lot of obstacles, right? So, first off, he's got to get on the field. So, he's got to get on the field ahead of Komet. He also has to get on the field ahead of Burden. That's just a lot of obstacles. Not to say that he cannot surmount those obstacles, but it's just a lot of obstacles, right? Fewer obstacles than we thought he would have. Yeah, week to week, it's just going to be very hard to project them. Well, pending what Jared does here. All right, so that worked out for me. So I was able to push Purdy all the way here to 116. So we have Justin Fields, Brock Purdy, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin Achane, Chase Brown, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings, Matthew Golden, and Jonnu Smith. Now, an interesting thing is that it seems that the market is treating Pat Bryant as a Marvin Mims killer. I think I'm probably going to disagree with the market on that, though. I need to check. I need to check with ETR, and I need to check with Leg Up. They probably have Marvin Mims as dead. Does ETR have Marvin Mims as dead? Because they probably do. So I need to move him down a little bit. That was my thought, was that he is a Vele killer. Wow, round 10 Hollywood Brown. Is this to the Mahomes drafter? Not even to the Mahomes drafter. Just a man who wants to know ball. Probably Tesla. Probably I'd take Tesla or Felton. I don't know. They're both probably fine. Worried about that. The thing is Harvey was not really a huge pass catcher in college. Like, he was fine. He did some pass catching, but I would not call him. Oh no. What are we at? What pick are we at? 125. 125. You know what? It's time to live a little. I'm taking Jack Besh there. Jack Besh at 125. Second round pick. Wide open. I needed a wide receiver there. It had to be Marvin Mims. Mims went. The other options there, where I could have taken my running back 4, I could have taken Tootin. I actually don't think that's fine. Or I actually maybe a Freudian slip. I actually think that's fine. Really. Because I'm gonna take probably 9 wide receivers on this team, and I'm not sweating CLV between round 13 and round 11 that much. Yeah, I get thinking that Harvey will kill Mims. I also think the Marvin Mims backfield stuff is a little overstated. Like, he played in the backfield some, but that was not his raison d'etre, right? Like, how many backfield snaps? This is a good question. Good question. How many backfield snaps do you guys think Marvin Mims played last year? Guess how many he played last year. Yeah, Mims is good. I'm not discounting. I think Mims, I was about to take him at 125. Pepper Tony's pretty close. It was 39. It was 39 total backfield snaps starting in week 10. 5, 7, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2. 2 in the wild card round. You know, those are useful. You want those. But I don't think that the absence of them, you know, means that Marvin Mims is totally dead now. All right, now we can take Thielen here as a chaperone. Definitely don't think we need a second tight end. Thielen or Knoll? Thielen or Knoll? I guess with these rookies, we need Thielen. 20-second clock, man. 20-second clock when you're talking to yourself. How many behind the line of scrimmage targets did Mims have? Reception by depth. Receiving depth. Marvin Mims had 30 targets behind the line of scrimmage. So just to compare that, because I can compare that to RJ Harvey. NCAA, receptions, Harvey. RJ Harvey. It's going to take me a second to find this. Receiving depth. RJ Harvey, for the entirety of his collegiate career, saw fewer than 30 targets behind the line of scrimmage in 4 seasons. So I'm not necessarily porting over RJ Harvey as like a pretty middling pass catcher to stealing that work from Mims. I think Harvey is fine, but I don't think I don't think that the existence of RJ Harvey does anything super meaningful to that role for Mims. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I've been wrong about many things before. I will continue to be wrong about things in the future. I'm going to take Cedric Tillman here. Thoughts on Knoll? I mean, I think Kyle Williams is a way better pick than Jalen Knoll. Even if you think Jalen Knoll is a better player than Kyle Williams, which is totally possible. Kyle Williams basically just has to be better than Demario Douglas, I guess, to earn significant volume. Kyle Williams has to earn more targets than Matt Collins, Demario Douglas, or Kayshon Boutte. Yeah. I was very excited. Yes, and of course, I'm not saying don't take Knoll. In fact, I might take Knoll on. Well, I was maybe going to take Knoll on this team. Yeah, much clearer path to opportunity. Now, how good is Kyle Williams? I don't know. How good is Kyle Williams? No one knows. No one knows how good Kyle Williams is. Only Chris Sims. Only Chris Sims knows how good he is. Yeah, wide receiver 1 and 2 is better, of course. The real edge right now is incumbents. Yeah. Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Robinson, DeAndre Swift. All right. What do we do next? I think I am going to allow myself one more running back. I think I am going to allow myself one more running back. Good at quarterback. Yeah, I'm going to take Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue as my 4th with Gibbs, A-Chain, Chase Brown, and Jaden Blue. Gonna be a lot of Blue. Yeah, Elijah Moore visiting the Bills today. Yeah, B-Rob does have Kroski merit. That's true. Tutu Atwell over Lockett. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. The rollout for Jaden Blue is just too good. Yeah, Jaden Blue is the reverse chaperone, 100%. Harvey in this one went at 78. I mean, that is just a very good price on him. I think that is a very good price. Where are some of the other interesting guys? Swift went at 98. Jaden Reed, not even really a faller in this one. Igbuka, not even really a faller. Caleb Johnson, not even really a riser. Luther Burden went ahead of ADP to my boy Bitcoin. Joe Burrow went unstacked, uncorrelated to the Lamar drafter. So probably an auto drafter there. I think Scattaboo is kind of nice in this stuff. He did not get too expensive. Where is he in this? 86. I mean, 86 seems maybe a smidgen high. Damn, I really did want Jalen Tolbert on this team. We need a second tight end, or we take another wide receiver. Let's take De'Ami Brown, actually. I guess that's ahead of ADP, but needed another adult there. So does Adam Thielen, Cedric Tillman, De'Ami Brown, does that chaperone Matthew Golden and Jack Bash efficiently enough? I suppose we'll find out. I think Lockett's fine. I think he's I don't love Lockett or hate Lockett. I mean, you just bring in so many low floor outcomes, when you're that age. So I do need to take one more tight end. I'm definitely good with two quarterbacks. So what should the texture of the tight end be when you have Jonnu? I guess when you take Jonnu, you probably want a young guy. Should I take Terrence Ferguson for crutches? Maybe. Hunter Henry's kind of the chalk. Hunter Henry, a draft winner for sure. Hunter Renfrow already retired himself, Pious Devil. Renfrow retired himself. By the way, this is so funny that these 20-second clocks are just so much more tolerable with the auto drafters. These auto drafters who are killing me. It is terrible to deal with, but man, no, I am not scooping up a falling Tracy. I think Tracy is in a kind of thin spot. Yeah, Renfrow did unretire to go sign with the Carolina Panthers. All right, let's do, you know what? It's slappy season summer. I'm taking Mason Taylor. Got to get a stack in where you can get it. Pick 188, Mason Taylor. Second round pick. Where do I have Tyrone Tracy ranked? 97. So I guess I lied to you, Blake. I'm actually going to go move him down right now because that I don't believe in that. I'm going to move Tyrone Tracy down to where I have Jordan Mason. So I'm going to go at 106 is where I have Tyrone Tracy ranked. But I wouldn't say I'm gobbling that up. If you're maxing 150, how many you suggest doing today before the ADP shifts? I mean, I think you want to do like 5 or 6 today. I would definitely keep it light. Yeah, I would say something like this: like do a couple today, do a couple tomorrow. Maybe don't go crazy. All right, you know what? Oh, I can't even take Pat Bryant. No obvious jet. All right, we're gonna take Tutu Atwell. Nope, no, we're not. I got auto drafted who? Jackson Dart. The 20-second clocks, dude. 20-second clocks. I gotta be quicker. So now I need a giant. Can't even take Slayton. Damn. All right, stay woke, Davis. Yeah. I do not have nimble fingers. I got my own ass. With J Dart there. I can't even do this to myself, dude. I can't even do Jalen Hyatt. What is there any other draftable giant? It can't possibly be Hyatt. Yeah, no, I can't take Hyatt. Star method would have saved me. It's true. No, I need another wide receiver. Tutu, Roman Wilson, Savion. I don't know. What does this room need? It's got Worthy, Hunter, Jennings, Golden, Besh, Tillman, Diami. I don't know. I kind of need a chaperone more than anything. Should I take Alan Lazard? Do I have it in me? Do I have it in me to take Alan Lazard? Auto drafters are killing me. Gets auto picked. I'm not doing this. I'm definitely not doing this. I'm not taking Arian Smith. Wow. They want me to take zeros. The guys want me to take zeros so bad. I think oh man. Manly Moose really wants me to take Corley. Theo Wees Jr., University of Oklahoma's own Bryce Ford Whedon. Oh, no. Guys, I'm just taking Tutu here. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to take Roman Wilson, actually. I'm going to take Roman Wilson. I'm going to take my zero. But I'm going to take it with grace and aplomb. Actually. Neil, don't forget where they heard it. Don't forget the Best Ball channel where they heard it. Wide receiver 3 on a high flying offense. Oh. I don't think I will take any Andrew Armstrong. I probably wouldn't even take very much Isaac Tesla, brother. Speaking of Arkansas Razorbacks. Wow. All right. Yeah, this team just needs a top 24 and ADP wide receiver. I think you're probably right. Well, I probably would have done a third tight end if I didn't auto pick myself Jackson Dart's Fawn. So my very first Best Ball Mania team, we started out super high T, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin Achane, Chase Brown, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings, Matthew Golden. Took Justin Fields. Maybe I should have just taken Mooney. Took Jonnu. Did get a nice little Purdy faller here. I took Jack Besh after getting just absolutely JMZ Deliners. JMZ tilting me with the Marvin Mims. Adam Thielen at pick 140. Cedric Tillman 149. Jaden Blue is the running back 4. Diami Brown actually is maybe a nice little fit with Travis Hunter. Mason Taylor for the stack. Auto drafted Jackson Dart when I was trying to take Tutu Atwell and Roman Wilson as wide receiver 9. If you want a free Sam Sherman style bit, go check out Colson Loveland's college production compared to Roman Wilson. They're probably both not great, I'm going to guess. Loveland had like 1,700 career receiving yards. So a 3.492. Unintentional, but, sometimes that's just the way she goes. And I do need to make a much better effort of labeling all these teams. So this was stream number 1, Purdy, Fields. What do we? Purdy, Fields, 4 RB. There we go. Fourth with the running back 4 not even being a real running back. I like Ollie Gordon. Now here's the deal, guys. You know, I hate to play hardball, but there are 404 people watching. We have 95 likes. I am not beginning the next draft until we get to 200 likes. So if you want me to keep going, we got to get to 200 likes. Just looking at it, bro. I think we got to get to 200. Bro. Just looking at it. What are some of the let's look at some of the interesting ADP stuff here. So Hampton went 35. DJ Moore fell to 40. Tet stayed at where he was at 46. Rome stayed where he is. I took Hunter at 53. Sutton did fall down to 59. Godwin should be a faller, I think. Shouldn't Godwin be a real faller? No, draft caddy and sidekick are a different thing. The draft caddy is this right here. It's this guide. Guide me, use Q. And it does these draft capital buckets, and it has combinatorial ownership. So you'll see these buckets of draft capital that are based off the manifesto. That is $25 a month. There's a link to purchase that there. And then the sidekick is what is it? It's $300 for the season, I believe. And they are separate things. All right, what else happened here that was interesting? Golden ahead of Reed, which I think is correct. Goff went ahead here. Scattaboo at 86. I mean, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad. Najee Harris at 90, I think is terrible. He just is. Najee is just dead at these prices. Tracy ahead of Aaron Jones, I think is bad. Tracy ahead of Swift, I think is bad. 100 is like, I guess, appropriate for Jalen Warren. 109 for Jaden Higgins. 112 for Hollywood does still feel a little high. 115 for Loveland feels a little high. 119 for Andrews feels low. Man, I would feel so much better about this team if I got Mims instead of Besh. Warren at 131, that still feels high to me too. All right, did we get the requisite number of likes, or am I just taking my ball and going home? I don't know. I might be picking up my ball and going home. Where do I have Najee ranked? Pretty low. I have Najee ranked 124. Shit, I don't know. Maybe that's high. 124. The subathon is going to be next week, Clay. It's gonna be next week. Because I've got something going on Wednesday. All right, boys, you're 12 away. There are 410 people watching. Can we get 12 more likes so we can keep drafting? Come on, 12 more so we can keep going. Yep. Yeah, they're actually the link that is pinned to this video is the direct link to patreon.com/DavisMattek, where all my rankings and everything were. All right, so this was Best Ball Mania 1 of 150. HYPERFRAGILE RB. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. All right, there we go. 200. Let's do it. These 20-second clocks, brother. Absolutely loving the 20-second clocks. Other than when I accidentally draft Jackson Dart. That one I did not love as much. But still, I mean, we're 45 minutes into the stream. We're chatting, we're living. Oh, and we get pick 2 as well. I'm not letting Oh, yes, we do. Of course, we need to feed the dogs, bro. Probably a lot of people haven't even seen that. Probably most people who are watching this channel were not with us drafting big boards on February 15th or whatever. So that's gonna be new to a lot of people, which is great. Welcoming the new people to the channel. I mean, I would draft Barkley at 2, but I just did a giga running back team, and I'm sick of it. So I'm gonna take Justin Jefferson here now. All right, there we go. Clay, your first BBM, GM. Welcome, sir. How are we all doing? Oh, someone said they released another new Is there another new contest in the lobby? Not gonna lie, I thought Feed the Dogs was a fundraiser for a dog shelter or something. No, it's literally feeding my dog. Yeah, all the values are at running back. $5 to not draft Cooper Kupp. Okay, Cooper Kupp is off the board. All right, so these are all the NFL contests that are live right now. We got BBM. We have the puppy, we have the eliminator, we have the schnauzer, we have the marathon, we have the sprint. Wow, weekly winners is live. Is the edge in your rankings from your player takes, or is your whole process different from other sites like ETR? That's a good question. I would say my edge, the edge that I think that I have relative to the field, I guess you'd call it player takes, because I would imagine in my own experience of the universe that I have a better innate ability to do probabilities than Michael Leone. So you tell me if you think that's real or not. It's a more subjective process. Yeah, I mean, I guess the distillation of it would be my version of knowing ball. That's really all it is. It's my version of knowing ball. That's why I draft off my own ranks and why I don't draft off of ETR ranks or leg up ranks or whatever, because I want my own version of reality. Yeah, and I wouldn't say one is better than the other either. I would never say my rankings are better than Leone's. My rankings are better than Pat's. But they're rankings that are reflective of the version of reality that I think is most likely. Yeah, it's literally this. It's literally knowing ball is the projections. That's kind of what I think. And I want to have my own systemic view of the NFL in the rankings that I'm using in the applet, basically. All right. An early lad, an early Tyreek. Yeah, dude. Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, say less. Caddy wants me to take a wide receiver. Yeah, where else are you going to get the Landler? Yeah, living my truth projections. Caddy and Sidekick both want T. Caddy and the Sidekick are both going to get what they want. T. Higgins. Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins. Ooh. Well, something that sounds like a lie, but is true. Do you guys know who led the Green Bay Packers in targets last year? It sounds like a lie, But for the 11-6 Green Bay Packers, the player that led them in targets was Dontavian Wicks. Kraft. No, the team lead in targets was Dontavian Wicks. The 11-6 playoff qualifying Green Bay Packers. Look it up. Go to Pro Football Reference. Go look it up. Dontavian Wicks led the team in target. Did not lead them in receptions, pretty obviously. Wow. Who is this year's I Know Ball guy? Huh. It's too early. It's too early to say. I think it's too early to say. Man, who is this year's I know Ball? I'll need to be thinking about that. Who is this year's I Know Ball guy? Man, I will be pondering it constantly. One more target than Jaden Reed, 16 less catches. This year's Roman Wilson. This year's Roman Wilson. It's probably Jalen Knoll, and I'll be clicking the button on Jalen Knoll. I have no way of knowing where. I think I've taken Jaden Blue in every draft, so I have no way of knowing where Jaden Blue goes in drafts that I'm not in. I was gonna say, where's Jaden Blue been going when I'm not in it? 170s, 160s. Okay. He was here this morning, Pepper Tony. He was here this morning. Now, can someone explain to me why ETR doesn't like JMO? Because he's just as a great fit for the scoring system. I don't think Blue is quote unquote supposed to be the starter. Yeah. Well. All right. I mean, pull my leg. We're going back to back Travis Hunters. This is where JMO should be. Or this is where Travis Hunter should be. Please don't, brother. Please do not say this to me. Do not start talking to me about Rondale Moore. Jerry did it to me again. Yeah, they did. They didn't have very many picks, and they took Ty Felton. All right. All right. What do I do? All right, I'm taking James Cook. I'm going to try and push the Burrow thing. If I don't get it, I don't get it. Whatever. I would rather, on day one, try and build super teams. Ooh, Rizzy P could be a ball knower pick. The sidekick or the caddy wanted Joe Burrow there. Sidekick actually said Sutton. Yeah, the Browns don't get to ruin Hunter, and we only had to sacrifice Judkins, Sampson, and Fannin. Don't be so quick on your Fannin death grave jumps. Forgot how to. You have to go to the on the caddy. You have to go to the settings tab. You have to go to the settings tab. Yeah, Njoku on the last year of his contract. Wow. It's actually just Deuce Vaughn's year. His old college OC is on the Cowboy staff. Well, what if I told you his dad was also on the coaching staff? Yeah, Fannin is not draftable, but he also isn't dead. Yeah. Njoku is my most drafted tight end in the big board. I think he was asking about the caddy B Spur. No, his dad was in the front office, Deuce Vaughns. Yeah, Joe Mixon will probably rise. You would definitely rather know each round's highest score as opposed to biggest flop, because the answer to who the biggest flop is going to be is a lot of them. The answer to biggest flop in each round is like half of them. So it's not that helpful to know which one is the biggest flop, because most of them are going to suck. Like just go look at any draft board that you did in 2024 and you're going to be like, wow, all these guys sucked. I don't think Nico Collins is a loser, because none of the guys they drafted are even close to being as talented as him. Actually, I don't know. I would have to go look this up. Damn, we didn't get there. The Dr. Mantis Toboggan, who took Jane Daniels at 44, takes an uncorrelated Joe Burrow at 68. Takes an uncorrelated Joe Burrow at 68. I'm not tilting. There's no reason to tilt. It's too early in the year. I mean, look, Matthew Golden was a first-round wide receiver. Why are we acting like this dude is dead? Why are we acting like this? Damn. This I don't know, do I take Laporta or Caleb Johnson? Laporta or Caleb Johnson? I got some divisional correlation stuff there with Minnesota. I'll take Laporta. I could have gone either way there. Yeah, everyone's mad. Everyone's mad. He's wearing 22. It's true. It's true. The year of the running back, Javonte, I wouldn't say Javante's unscathed, maybe minorly unscathed. Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, and Brian Robinson. I also wouldn't say Kyron totally unscathed, right? Any idea if Underdog will be doing something similar to last year with Rakeback? I assume so, because I get my weekly Gladiator payment for for Major League Baseball drafts. So I assume that the Gladiator payment will be the same. Kansas City traded up to get Brashard Smith. I mean, it's kind of a fake trade up, but sure. I have Brashard Smith ranked, and I like him. Where do I have Brashard Smith ranked? I have him at 183. I mean, you don't even have to squint and see why you want Brashard Smith that high, right? It's like what is, you just have to assign some probability that he gets the new Jerick McKinnon role. Let's see. Do I have him ranked over Mitchell? I think no. Yeah, I've got Mitchell ranked higher. I have Mitchell ranked 167. Oh, yeah. How high did Deneric Prince, Carson Steele, how high did these guys get? Because they got pretty high there. All right, we have got Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, wide receiver room of Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Travis Hunter, Matthew Golden, and Sam Laporta. So we got a little bit of an NFC North thing going on here. James Cook at pick 50 feels pretty good. certainly could make an argument that he is a little bit of a draft winner. You know, the Bills could have easily taken, they could have easily taken a running back in round 3. Kitchen did once take Samaj Piran in the 12th round blindfolded. Yeah, Brashard absolutely has juice. Just in general, the Chiefs kind of bring rookies on slower than you would think. And he's got a long road to hoe on that team. No doubt about it, right? I mean, he's got 3 running backs he's got to beat out to get on the field. And he's got to beat out one of those. He's got to beat out one of Mitchell or Hunt to be active. All right, let's do Goff first. So I'd be more tilted to lose him. There's really not a wide receiver to take here. I mean, I guess I could take Mooney. Do I have any interest in that? You know what? I think I do. I think I will take perfectly cromulent Darnell Mooney at 98. Pretty big teardrop there. There'll be a running back I like at the next round. Well, Pacheco got some playing time, but he played way less than you think, right? So Pacheco as a rookie. We want to go all the way back to 2022. So he started out as a kick returner. 22%, 8%, 7%, 21%, 2%, 14%, 29%, 22%. He got 55% of the snaps against Jacksonville in week 10. Then he got 40% of the snaps in his first 100-yard game in week 11. That was his only 100-yard game. And then closed out the year. He never even really took over the starting job that year, which is kind of crazy. I mean, he was in a clear timeshare the whole way. Wow. Underdog just made it that if you miss 2 non-queued picks, you go on auto. Wow. Unreal, boys. It finally happened. You finally get tossed in the blender. Yeah, I'm not saying a 7th round rookie can't impact like that. That is not what I'm saying. I have Brashard Smith ranked. You know, I think Brashard Smith is like a pretty good gamble at this stage. But that team also, that 2022 Chiefs team, the complexion of it was a little different because they had multiple vets, or they didn't have multiple vets, you know. So all Pacheco had to do to get on the field was beat out Ronald Jones. And I guess in this equation, the Ronald Jones would be Eli Mitchell. But the starter that year was Clyde. The starting running back on that team was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. All right. So we can take kind of any running back next. Goff, JT, Cook, Jefferson, T, Hunter, Golden, Mooney, Laporta. All right, we're cooking here. CEH is what is he signed a reserve futures contract with the New Orleans Saints, I believe. Come on, MP27, don't do it to me, brother. Yeah, buy Shell Tootin. Probably my favorite pick. Honestly, probably my favorite pick at the running back position. You love to see it. Now we can take McCarthy, with Jefferson. Yeah, I think we just do that. You know what? Not really. There wasn't really anyone there. I mean, could have taken a second tight end. Could have taken Javonte, I guess. I think McCarthy was pretty clearly the pick there. Yes, I did like Jalen Royals before the draft. I mean, Jalen Royals, again, a guy I have ranked. But best case scenario, he opens the season as the wide receiver 5. Now, he could hit a pretty clear parlay, Alex. So Jalen Royals could hit this incredible parlay where either Rashee Rice is not healthy to start the year or is suspended to start the year, and then Juju Smith-Schuster is just too old and too bad to be on the field. And then Jalen Royals can be the wide receiver 4. Or wide receiver 3, rather. The wide receiver 4 is Juju Smith-Schuster. But I think Royals is definitely interesting. He was rumored to be like as high, like he was pretty high on consensus big board. Some people thought he would be a second round pick. And I know that like in JJ Zacharyason's model, he calls it the what does he call it? The ZAP model, ZAP, the ZAP model. His closest comp for Jalen Royals was Rashee Rice. Yeah, Royals is a fine 18th round pick with Mahomes. Fine 18th round pick. I actually kind of like taking him with Rice. You know, either maybe Royals takes over his role when Rice is suspended or something. Yeah, here we are every year. Every year we talk about Chiefs rookie wide receivers. Can't help it. What are we doing with Godwin, Igbuka, and McMillan? I mean, I moved McMillan down really far. I moved McMillan down into the 130s. I moved Igbuka down to 100. I moved Godwin to 72. I just don't. I am concerned about all of them. I think I have Baby ETN ranked. I've got Baby ETN ranked at 200. He's like a totally fine dart. Damn. Okay, I was interested in Kyle Williams here. You know what? I am not taking Adam Thielen again. All right. Feels like this is good. So we take Kyle Pitts. I just feel like fantasy drafters never learned anything. Including me, Ben. I also don't learn anything. Is Bigsby undraftable then? I mean, he's undraftable at this price. Dude is in the 12th round as like the running back 3 on the Jaguars. Maybe the running back 2. Maybe the running back 1. I don't know. You know, I'm just a guy. No need for a third quarterback, I think, when you have McCarthy and Goff. The question is, do we do maybe a little Guerendo here? Guerendo. You know what? No, I'm gonna take Tillman. Nope. I'm gonna take Guerendo. Star method, baby. Star method. Absolutely love to see it. I'm glad I did the star there. Baby ETN to outscore OG GTN at plus 150. Yeah, football season is starting next week. It's true. Jahan Dotson did survive the draft. He did, yeah. Jahan Dotson, great pick. Jahan Dotson, great fit, greatfiteagles.com. Why is Jordan Love falling? I think ADP is just catching up to the reality that the 49ers offense or the Packers offense is just not that friendly for fantasy football. I will probably do a lot of extra drafts with the 20-second clock. Not that I don't already do a lot of drafts, but I will probably be able to get in a decent amount more. All right, officially from the men and women at UnderdogDrafts.com. With the launch of Best Ball Summer, we have updated our auto draft functionality. If you miss 2 picks in a best ball draft, you will get put on autopilot. However, picks that come from your queue will not count as a missed pick. Huge W. Steve said he's going to end up with 100% Tyrone Tracy if he keeps falling to the 110s. Yeah, not me. Not me. I mean, I get it. Tracy was like a pretty good player last year, but he definitely would not be the first 5th round pick who converted from wide receiver in college. In fact, it's so funny. Not only did Tyrone Tracy not ever have 1,000 yards rushing in college, he never had 1,000 yards total. 2,100 scrimmage yards in 5 seasons for Tracy. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't know. I would imagine that the Giants coaching staff might be more viewing this as a thunder and lightning situation. Yeah. Scattaboo is the dog. You know, Tracy is very Mostardy. Perhaps, they both went to Purdue. Yeah. Yeah, I think Savion is definitely a click. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like an absolute jam fest or anything, but I do think he is. I think he's fine. Wasn't Russ good for Warren though? I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. All right, I cannot take Adam Thielen on another team. We have to do something else. Literally anything other than taking Adam Thielen on this team. Also, yeah, Scat is a very good receiving back. All right, MP27. Just need him to not do me dirty here. He might though. All right, I'm going to take Jalen Tolbert here. Jalen Tolbert, not even under, just a huge draft winner. Jalen Tolbert was. Scat Pack. It's true. All right. All right, another dusty old draft winner. No one really wants him, but isn't Eckler a pretty big winner? Yeah, Eckler. I mean, I know they got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, but yeah, I did put Woody Marks in the ranks. I did not want to, but I did put Woody Marks in the ranks. Yeah, Damian Martinez fell a ton. You know what's funny about McNichols? McNichols is almost as old as Eckler. He might actually be older than Eckler. When's the last time a pass-catching running back for Russian quarterback worked out? Justice Hill last season. How about that? How about Justice Hill last season? I think he scored, what Justice Hill scored 9 touchdowns last year? 10? Christian McCaffrey with Cam Newton. JCM, I don't think this is a huge win yet. He did get drafted, which I guess is fun. It's fun that he did get drafted and he wasn't a UDFA. But I don't know if Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt is who you want. James Cook. Who is the bad player that we drafted? Tolbert? Yeah, you're probably right, Brent. Oh, Justice Hill actually scored way less touchdowns than I thought last year. He only scored, in my memory, Justice Hill literally scored 1 billion touchdowns. But he scored 4. Like, truly, in my memory, Justice Hill smashed. My thoughts are Lan Larison will be the best player on the Patriots by week 5. I don't know. There are plenty of receiving backs who have done well. I don't know. Let's see. Who else is who else plays with running quarterbacks? I'm just scrolling the list of running back receiving leaders. Westbrook-Akeen. True. It totally was the most important man in the world narrative. It's definitely not crazy. It's definitely not crazy to think the Bears are not done with their running back room. All right, we have got a 2-5-6-2. I probably do want a third quarterback on this team. I think I'm good at tight end, but I do think I want a third quarterback. Do any of them fit with my receivers? Not really. Can I backstack any of them? Can't really backstack. You can't really backstack Bryce, though. Well, I mean, I just think this is huge ADP value, so I'm going to take it. But there's not really a good backstack there, unless Lee Gett is still available. Yeah, I believe we are drafting on the Swolecast tomorrow. Okay. Wide receiver. Pat Bryant, dude. It's Pat Bryant summer. Dude, it's Pat Bryant summer. All right, so we added Bryce Young. I mean, just Bryce Young at pick 191. All right, so Goff with Laporta, McCarthy with Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Byshell Tootin, Isaac Urendo, Austin Eckler, Jefferson, T, Hunter, Golden, Mooney, Tolbert, Bryant, Laporta, and Pitts. Doesn't get much slappier than that. Yes. This is terrible to have Chimere Dike ranked in the 130s. That is bad. Chimere Dike wasn't even better than these guys in college. This is a good team. This team is fine. Goff stack, McCarthy stack. Got the ADP value on Cook. Pretty good running back room. I mean, I guess if you are a Matthew Golden hater, you will not like this team. Pro Football Reference will have yards per route run. Didn't even see it. Well, I mean, Eggers, too late. The contest has already been won, right? Anyone who's drafting BBM after it's 0.5% full, the winner's already been drafted. I think the fact that Golden wears number 22 is going to keep him half a round cheaper than he should be all year long. All right, what do we think, boys? Do we do a 6th running back or an 8th wide receiver? 6th running back or 8 wide receiver on this team? Our running backs are JT, James Cook, Tootin, Guerrero, Eckler. Our wide receivers are Jefferson, Higgins, Hunter, Golden, Mooney, Tolbert, Pat Bryant. Yeah, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. Oh, you know who I could take? I could take Little ETN. That could be my stack. Don't even. Khalil Mullings was one of my favorite guys. I'm gonna take Little ETN for the stack, and then we're gonna sauce Mr. Hood, and then we will be on our way. I know you gotta. I'm gonna take Little ETN for the stack. You're so right though, that we have to cut these 2 roster spots we lost. Yeah, Mullings is not dead. Well, Savion only opened as a mid-10s pick in the big board because that is where his default ADP was. No market put him there. All right. With this team, we drafted out of the 2-hole. We took Jefferson over Barkley. I think that was vindicated because we were able to take Jonathan Taylor. We got T. Higgins as our wide receiver 2. We took Travis Hunter. We got James Cook, Matthew Golden, Sam Laporta, stacked him with Jared Goff, added Darnell Mooney, got Byshell Tootin at 119, JJ McCarthy with Jefferson, Kyle Pitts is our tight end 2, Isaac Guerrero is our running back 4, Jalen Tolbert, Austin Eckler, Bryce Young, way after ADP for Bryce Young, Pat Bryant, and Trevor Etienne. That was a good team. I think that one was pretty strong. Drafts completed. Oh, I need to refresh, I think. There we go. All right, so this was stream 2, 3QB, hero RB ish, I guess. All right, I'm saucing the neighborhood. Puka over Genti. I'm disowning you. Lad at 18. Are you aware it's a half PPR site? Devontae Adams over Worthy. Wow, I'm really disowning you. Breece Hall, aren't you worried he's going to get traded? Quinshon Judkins, aren't you worried he plays for the Cleveland Browns? Jordan Addison, I guess you don't fear the turtle. Luther Burden, the Bears wide receiver 5 at pick 79. Emeka Egbuka, the Buccaneers wide receiver 4 at pick 90. Anytime you can do the white on white stack with Herbert and Ladd, you got to do it. Evan Ingram, Jalen McMillan. Wow, just the bench warming Buccaneers wide receivers doubled up. Dylan Sampson at pick 138. You might need to buy the rankings over at patreon.com/Davis Mattek, brother. Jaden Blue, all right, you do know ball. Stafford, 17 points a game, while his wide receivers get 20 points a game. Devin Neal, time to learn Kendre Miller. Brashard Smith, or as I like to call him, Deneric Prince, the sequel. Jalen Milroe. What does Jalen Milroe do for this team? And Terrence Ferguson. Neighborhood, thank you for coming out. Thank you for being a good sport, brother. Worthy is no longer the golden child. It's so true. The Chiefs jersey with Royals on the back. It's so true. I know all the downsides of every pick. It's so true. No love for Mingo. No love for Mingo. Rather draft Turpin. All right, boys. What do we think? We think one more for best ball, the inaugural best ball day. How many subscribers do we have on the channel? All right, we added some subs today. If you are watching, there are 432 of you watching right now. Take 1 second of your time, and click the subscribe button. There's no way all 430 of you are subscribers to the channel. That's all I want you to do. Just go. It's in the little bottom left. If you pull it up on your phone, and I'll even pull it up on my phone. You might be watching mobile. You might be, you might be on the run. I just want you to go and just click the subscribe button. Unsubbing. Brutal. C Money, a new memby. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys want to click the join the channel button, you can hang out with us in Discord. You can get members only best ball streams. You can get members only best ball videos. All, once or twice a week, there is content just for members of the channel. Join chat. You get to hang out with us in the Discord. It's all good stuff. Yes. All subscribers get cookies. My lawyer wants me to let you know, though, that not all subscribers actually get cookies. Both are fine. It's totally up to you. In terms of membership on YouTube or Patreon. It really depends on what you want. If you're more of a content nerd, like if you play a lot of fantasy football, I would say the Patreon subscription is probably better. If you are someone who just likes to have stuff on in the background, I would say the YouTube membership is probably better. All right. Yes. Yeah. I need to make the video, but I am gonna do the winnings giveaway again. Yes. That is happening, Mr. Tassel. We are doing another giveaway. We'll do one more. We're hopping back in. I do have Scatterboo ranked over Tracy. And I feel fairly good about that, honestly. All right, Best Ball Mania, 3 of 150. It is very funny seeing Tootin and Bigsby go back to back. All right, we got Bitcoin. We have the neighborhood. We got B-Spurf. We got Chaz Michael Michelson. That's CBK. We got Ben Haskell. We got Ryan 3672. We got Hochberg. We got Clay. Okay. Well, hey, dude, it's 20 second clocks. We'll be done for sure. The one that makes me more money is probably slightly the Patreon one. But as you will learn if you ever get involved in website marketing, takes forever or is very difficult to get people off the site to market to them. All right, so this is my first time picking from the right side of the board on one of these tournaments. Chase, Barkley, Jefferson, Bijan, Lamb. So Lamb going ahead of Gibbs here. Is Ben gonna take Genty? I bet he is. But Ben is gonna say, give me, oh, nope, he takes St. Brown. Ashton Genty, come on down to me at pick 8. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to get this. Tracy, remember, Tyrone Tracy was actually a wide receiver in college. We're going to get a ton of that stuff, Blake. Sure, I guess Malik Washington is a small winner, but is he more of a winner than Nick Westbrook-Akeen? I don't know. It's probably hard for me to say. Lamb, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Lamb is an awesome pick. No besmirching of CeeDee Lamb here on the program. All right, Bowers goes, so we're going to take A.J. Brown. Done. So a Genty A.J. Brown start. Oh, we didn't get any of that. Did anyone in this class play basketball? Did we? Did Elijah Arroyo play basketball? Did Fannin play basketball? I don't remember. I don't remember any of those stories. I mean, yes. This is why it could be bad for CeeDee, is that the offense could just be bad. Sure. Hunter, I don't think played ever. Hunter, I don't think ever played organized basketball, but yeah, he can hoop. Ferguson is a really good pick. The only reason CeeDee is not in the Chase Jefferson tier is just some overall offensive concern. The Cowboys offense just got bad last year. I mean, it's really as simple as it gets. Even when Dak was in, Dak was not the best version of himself last year. Dak was at 6.9 YPA last year. His career number is 7.6. So even in the 8 games Dak played, they just weren't that good. That is basically the concern with CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys. Yeah, Tesla was almost a 10 RAS guy. God, are they going to make me take Chase Brown again? This is a slappy ass room, dude. They're gonna make me take Chase Brown or Jacobs. There's no escaping it. All right, Chase Brown. Caddy wanted me to take DJ Moore. The Caddy doesn't have my ranks in it. It just has the market stuff. Genty never played, but he can dunk. Sean Payton took former college basketball player Caleb Launer at tight end. All right, there we go. Caleb Launer played college basketball. Okay. All right. That's the information we need. Now, here's a question on this team. What are the chances that I will ever get Jalen Hurts at pick 56? Well, yes. So AW, as you are properly saying, when you have a guy 7 spots ahead of ADP and you're saying you want 40% exposure, the thing is that's not going to be 7 spots ahead of ADP for long. It's only going to be this way for a couple days, right? Because let me just check ETR real quick. ETR, which kind of sets the market, has Chase Brown at 28. So, I will actually take Mike Evans here. Mike Evans here I think is good. 1.2% chance I get Hurts at 56. Okay, we'll see. 6 option on the Lions with no college production. True, but he is fast. Josh Simmons played at Kansas? No way. Josh Simmons wiki. Wow. Josh Simmons' dad played in Major League Baseball. He originally played at San Diego State, transferred to Ohio State. James Conner, I ranked 4 spots ahead of ADP, and I think that is just about right. I definitely could see Burden playing hoops. Why is Matthew Golden not taken yet? Because this is not where he goes. Matthew Golden in the big board had an average draft position of 78. I have him ranked 9 spots ahead of ADP at 67. All right. Man, right side of the board is just so nutted. Right side of the board is so good. We have Genty and Brown. We got 2 grown men and AJ Brown, Mike Evans. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit of mixing here. I'm going to take Calvin Ridley. So we have the all old men group of wide receivers. Still golfing. All right, how's the how you hitting them, brother? You hitting them long and straight? I played golf. I played on Saturday. Did not play very well. I am really working through it, man. I just cannot get my swing to where I want it to go. I am definitely going to go hit golf balls this afternoon, though. I guess this evening when I'm... Oh, got an RJ Harvey at pick 60? Okay. Tell you what, I'm not going to take Godwin on this team, though. So we've got Genty, AJ Brown, Chase Brown, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley. It's not too swole, but it's definitely too stiff. I am super stiff, man. Cannot get my hips turned. Blake, as soon as I make this pick, I will answer this. All right, I'm not taking Godwin. I'm going to take Judy on this team. I think Judy is a big draft winner. So Branson, Missouri is definitely meant for rednecks. 100% meant for redneck. Crazy place, Branson, Missouri. I've been there once, and not a spot that I ever really want to be at again. Is Chase Brown a winner, or is this the same thing that happened to Rachaad White? I don't even... Taj Brooks was a 7th round pick, and Taj Brooks is... I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe Chase Brown is Rachaad White, except Rachaad White was bad, and Chase Brown's pretty good. Chunk the Deuce booked his round for tomorrow morning. He's living the dream. Seen Scattaboo at 70 and 130. Yes, your golf game is going to be so much better when you are stretching, when you are mobile, when you are active. I mean, even walking a ton. Yes, dude, my dude rode go-karts. That's very Branson. Dynasty rookie draft. Are you taking Burden, Harris, Higgins, or Williams? Probably Burden. I rode a Segway with my uncle. Still time for an afternoon round. Calling the boys right now. Hell yeah, Christian. That's what I'm saying, dude. If I can inspire anyone to go and swing the iron around, then I know I'm doing a good job. All right. What do we do here? What do we do? I don't really want to take Baker here. Suppose he is the most cromulent pick. Ugh. These are tough spots. All right. We're going to do Hawkinson, who I don't love, but is like totally fine here and gives me another quarterback out. Got a lot of, well, except Cleveland, there isn't a quarterback out, I suppose, with Cleveland. Flare that lead foot. Well, Ty, I've actually been doing the Scotty drill. So the Scotty Scheffler drill is you do your normal swing, and then when you begin your downswing, so when you start to turn, you take your non-lead foot, you take your plant foot, and you swing it away from the ball, and that gets your hips turning. Mel Kiper does, in fact, have a Cleveland quarterback out for me. He sure does. I would be happy with Baker on this, except Hochberg is going to take him. So never mind. I'm not going to get Baker on this team. Maybe I do a Bo Nix backstack. I've got Ward live, obviously, and I've got McCarthy live. Although you don't love McCarthy without Jefferson. What if Rodgers joins the Browns? Yeah. It's just maybe that is the Scotty technique, but I got taught this drill Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Justin Fields. Justin Fields over Patrick Mahomes. What a world. What a world. I heard this drill called the Scotty drill, where you move your right foot as you begin your downswing. What if Rodgers joins the Arena Football League? Dude, I was trying to buy some Arena Football League merchandise last week. I was searching for it on eBay. It's cool stuff. Crutches is in on the drill. Crutches is a stick. What are you, Crutches? Like a 5 handicap? I played with a guy on Saturday who had the best swing I have ever seen in person. Absolute, just like and I'm sure you guys have all had this experience. The sound of the ball off the club sounds like the actual air is getting pierced. You can and just the smack of the club hitting the ball. Unbelievably. I just the whole time I was like, wow, man, you and I are playing a different game. We are playing a different sport right now. You're on a different plane of existence. He was it was crazy. I want to play with him again just because I'm like, dude, I could there's a lot that I have to learn from you. Although yeah, you don't want to add the shuffle. It's just a drill. You don't do it while you're actually swinging. It's literally just a drill to, yeah, it's just a drill to get your hips to turn is all it is. All right, I'm gonna take one of these two veteran running backs. I guess Swift. Yeah, let's do. I have like no Swift in the big board, so we'll do that. I'll add DeAndre Swift as the third guy there. I mean, just a huge draft winner, DeAndre Swift. Exactly. Yeah, driving through the legs. That's the thing. My gut reaction is that the Bears, as of this day, are maybe a little overpriced, but I don't think in the aggregate they're overpriced, if that makes sense. It's just that you got to add a first round pick and a high second round pick to the offense. You know. So if you add all that in, oh no, Ben is just eating the quarterbacks up, dude. Well, none of us can live out here. But I think my gut reaction, honestly, is that I do wonder if DJ Moore is kind of on the trade block. That really is kind of my gut reaction, is I do wonder if DJ Moore might be traded as a result of all this stuff. He's RB3 behind Manungai. All right, let's do Michael Pittman Jr. Got like none of this guy. Maybe his back's not broken anymore. I can add Richardson if I want. Michael Pittman Jr. is an absolutely fine wide receiver 5. Yeah. Teams are very unlikely. Yes, 100% that's true. 100% that's true. Yeah, I'm not even meaning to be a hot take guy, but it is abnormal to add 2 pass catchers with your first 2 picks and then to keep your target distribution the exact same way that you did the year before. I mean, this is just my operational philosophy. I wanted the Bears to take Tootin so bad. I mean, I mean, he landed in a better spot. What if the Bears GM is still ass? Look, don't get me wrong. I would not trade him. Yeah, it might not be. Maybe Yeah, so I was about to say this, but Brett might be right. What if they just think Rome sucks? What if they're like, Rome is not it? Like, Rome at best can be our wide receiver 3. Or it could just be maybe, like, I think another reasonable thing they could think is we're all in on Ben Johnson. We're all in on Caleb Williams. DJ Moore is getting older. Burden is nice like for him. Cole Kmet maybe is not that good. Or maybe we want to play more. Maybe we want to play more 12. I've gone back and forth. You know, I think a lot of different ways about the situation. All right, I'm about to do a weird thing in this draft. Let's see if I can execute. I'm gonna take Dak Prescott right here. Dak on a non-CD team. Let's see if I can execute this. 100%. Yeah, teams exactly do this. The number one comp for everyone's upside comp for Burden was DJ Moore. So take the like for like. 100%. Also, they could just do this. They could just say, we are all about throwing the ball. We want to score 37 points a game throwing the ball. Yeah, I like it. How is the Jag spot better than the Bears? Because ETN and Bigsby are legit ass. And I don't think that Swift is super ass. And I don't think that Roshan is super ass. That is my opinion. I think Tootin can be the week 1 starter for the Jaguars. All right, I'm going to take Jake Ferguson. So Caddy has me. Yeah, I kind of messed this up. Caddy just has me in the middle of all these buckets. Bucket 4 quarterback, bucket 3 running back, bucket 3 wide receiver, bucket 3 tight end. So kind of just a middling team across the board. Yeah, ETN has just been brutal. Roshan is only ass if you don't value a running back who can play any role in your backfield. Yes. That is what I'm telling you. That is speed. You are indeed. Bigsby was good last year. Well, he was okay last year. I think we overstated how good Tank Bigsby was last year because he was so bad the year before. 74.6 offensive grade, 68.1 offensive grade. Did force a ton of missed tackles, but also he kind of seeks contact out. Of his 766 rushing yards, 628 of them were after contact. Yeah, Bigsby is I guess Bigsby is he's a total Jag, I think. And I don't think that I don't think Tootin is a Jag, is where I'm at. What do we do? You know what? Stay woke, dude. Be careful out there. Pick 152, Jaden Blue is coming for you. It's hard for me. LaQuint Allen is a Jag, but a Jag that is really, really good at pass blocking. Yeah, Wicks is pretty dead, brother. My temperature on Diggs is that Diggs is fine. Yeah, I thought ETN was bad the year before too. I was not big on ETN last year. This is unbelievable how often Adam Thielen is at the top of my gosh darn queue. All right, I'm doubling up on Cleveland, guys. I'm going to take Tillman here. and just say the Cleveland quarterback doesn't matter. Cleveland quarterback is not drafted often enough to matter in the final, but Cleveland stacks will be good in the final. Is a Jag on the Jags a Jag or worse? Really makes you think, doesn't it? It really makes you think. I agree. I actually do literally agree with this, that LeQuint is the best pass blocker and catcher in that room. I thought LeQuint Allen was one of the... I really kind of thought some team might take him in the third round, just because he is so good at pass blocking. I was a little surprised. Like, honestly, if you're an NFL team, I could see valuing LeQuint Allen higher than Byshell Tootin. I really could. Watch Jaquindon Jackson. Could be. Moling is pretty live. Kalel Mullings is pretty live to make the team as the running back 3. And Pollard and Spears are both, big question marks. So you guys want to hear the psyop that I've told myself on Jaden Blue? I've psyoped myself into Jaden Blue being Devin A-Chain on the Cowboys. So that's where we're at in Best Ball Mania season. Gadsden is definitely live on the Chargers. Gadsden is super mega live on the Chargers, in my opinion. Couldn't really get much more live than that. All right. Oh, shit. I was going to take Algier. Ben took him. I'm going to take Jalen Tolbert. So we've got Dak stacked with Tolbert and with Ferguson and Jaden Blue. I've got Fields with no one, which frankly doesn't really bother me at all, actually. Yeah, Blue does suck. He had like 800 yards in college, but it doesn't matter now. What I thought I was right about 2 weeks ago has no bearing on what is correct today. If the only way that being wrong can cost you money in fantasy football is if you double down on being wrong. I would be drafting, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some guy I hated. Who's another prospect I hated? Well, I'll look at the running backs after I make this pick. Yeah, everyone thought Rico sucked. And Rico does kind of suck. I did look at Blue and said, "You're not my boy, Blue." I probably have enough contributors on this team. Let's actually do a DJ Giddens. All right, I don't know. Who is a guy I said sucked? Woody Marks. Woody Marks, a good example. I think Woody Marks is awful. But if Woody Marks had gone to the Cowboys in round 4, I'd be drafting Woody Marks too. Roshan and Lloyd have no ADPs because the ADPs in this contest are the top 216 players. You'll notice it stops at 216. It's the top 216 players from the big board. There's no live updating ADP for them yet. I don't think the Cowboys would bring Dobbins in. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I might be drafting Tyler Shuck. If I got to do it, I got to do it. Best no ADP picks. Hunt is good. Lloyd is good. Jordan James is really good. Ty Felton, I think, is pretty good. Jaleel McLaughlin and Estime are pretty good. Turpin, I think, is okay. Mullings, I think, is okay. Is round 18. Rattler starting more games than Shuck. Possible. Isaac Tesla, I'm not that into it, but I get it. I'm not taking Miles Sanders, and if I'll be wrong, I'll be wrong. Roshan doesn't have an ADP. You know what? Fuck, I was going to take Roshan. Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez Hunter, I think, is a pretty decent pick with no ADP. 2-6-7-2. One more pick. We've got Fields and Prescott. We have Genty, Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, Jaden Blue, DJ Giddens, Jarquez Hunter, AJ Brown, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Pittman Jr., Cedric Tillman, Jalen. You know what? We need a little bit of sauce at wide receiver. Just some sauce. What Savion could be a little saucy. Torrey Horton could be okay. Trey Tucker, not great. Actually, Trey Tucker, pretty bad. Tesla? I think Kyler and Bryce is good enough for a 2-quarterback room. I don't think Dante Thornton will play every snap because Dante Thornton is just like Trey Tucker. Why am I doubling down on being wrong? Are you a big you know what? I am gonna take Savion Williams. The only way that DJ Giddens is doubling down on being wrong is if you think that DJ Giddens is definitely behind Khalil Herbert. I would say, if you made me handicap it, I would say DJ Giddens is minus 117 to be the running back 2 for the Indianapolis Colts. And running back 2 for the Indianapolis Colts is a desirable spot. You know, their depth chart behind Jonathan Taylor is really thin. It's Giddens, Tyler Goodson, Savon Ahmed, and Khalil Herbert. I would just disagree with that. I mean, redraft is, but we're not playing redraft. We're playing a different exercise. Yeah, the thing about, I would say probably the most bearish thing I could possibly say about Khalil Herbert is a team traded for him last year. Their backup running back got injured. These were the snap shares for Khalil Herbert before Chase Brown got injured. You guys ready for this? Before injury. You know what? I'll actually, this is funny enough to share the screen. So this is before injury. Khalil Herbert gets traded to the Chicago Bears. 2 snaps, 4 snaps, 6 snaps, 7 snaps, 3 snaps, 2 snaps. That was Khalil Herbert in games that Chase Brown was not injured. They literally would rather give Chase Brown 100% of the snaps than give Herbert 1 carry. I think he's not just a guy. He's actually worse than just a guy. He stinks. So I think Giddens is fairly likely to outright win the running back 2 job, and the running back 2 job behind Jonathan Taylor is pretty valuable. In my opinion, I think that is pretty valuable. You don't have to think it's valuable. You can take Khalil Herbert, or you can take Tyler Goodson, or whoever you want. But historically speaking, running back 2s on elite running offenses, pretty good spot, right? Pretty good spot. All right, let's wrap this team up. We drafted this one out of where I can't even see my. Oh, okay. We drafted this one out of the 8-hole. Ashton Genty. I took AJ Brown. I took Chase Brown over Rashi and Tet, which I think is fine. Mike Evans at 41 feels pretty strong. Calvin Ridley at 56. Jerry Jeudy at 65. I probably would have taken this maybe I would have taken Ayuk over Hawkinson here. I got sniped on Baker, so I took Fields. DeAndre Swift at 104. Michael Pittman Jr. at 113. Dak Prescott at 128. Jake Ferguson at 137. Jaden Blue at 152. I like the Jaden Blue pick. I'm big on that. Cedric Tillman, Jalen Tolbert, DJ Giddens, who Brett Jones says almost went undrafted. He sucks. Brett Jones is laying down a marker. DJ Giddens is a 0. Do not take DJ Giddens per Brett Jones. Jarquez Hunter, Savion Williams. It's Bumblebee season, brother. I feel about Taj Brooks that he is just like, I don't know, he's just a jag. I think Taj Brooks is kind of just a guy. He was very, very volume dependent at Texas Tech. So sometimes that's nice. Sometimes it's not. I will say he's probably better. Taj Brooks is probably better than Zach Moss at this stage of his career. So maybe he will be in a timeshare with Chase Brown. And my rankings and everything on Taj Brooks will be wrong. It's totally possible. All right, guys. That is going to wrap it up for us today. We are going to be done after our 3. Oh, you know what? Actually, I need to go back before I wrap that up. Got to label that one. I'm labeling all the drafts completed. Refresh. Yeah, sure. Brooks is a pick the same way Giddens is, I think. All right. This was another Fields team. This was Stream 3 2682 2682 2682 Dak back stack. All right. There we go. Everyone, if you guys want to support, you want rankings, you want some more content, come on over and check out patreon.com/Davis Mattek. That would be great. If you are not signed up to Underdog yet, use promo code Davis over on Underdog and get yourself a deposit bonus. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with all of you guys tomorrow.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this off